Hey guys, we're here with 50 Minecraft mods for 1.20.1 and let's get to the video. So the first mod we're going to be looking at is called Piglets Structures. In this mod, it spawns different types of structures. Some of them can be a bit odd. And there's also this one. There's also this thing plus many more. So in these mini structures, you have a chance to find all sorts of blocks, weapons, babbles. There's a ton of babbles that do such a bunch of stuff. And also there's a ton of different structures. So let's just look at some of them. So if I locate structure, then I type piglet. This mod is called Piglet Structures. I don't remember if I said that or not. But this mod adds a ton of different structures. This mod has a bunch of structures and you will never run out of stuff to explore. And also some of these structures have really deep dungeons. The next mod we're going to be looking at is called Scuba Gear. With this mod, it adds a scuba tank and some goggles, and I'm going to show you how to make them. So you got these goggles right here. You make with some copper and some gold and then some glass. Then you make this tank right here with Heart of the Sea and some iron. But with this tank, if you go above water, so let's go up here. Let's go up here. So if I go up here and I wait up here for a bit, it should bring this back up. So there's a limited durability of it. The longer you are underwater, more ruins your durability. Also, this has 6 armor and this has 2 armor. So it's a small mod, but these give you night vision and these just give you water breathing as well. So the next mod we're going to be looking at is called Fapdo's Aquatic Additions. With this mod, it adds a bunch of different creatures that spawn in the ocean. So now let's look at a couple of them. So I don't really know where to find some of these, but you got the blood belly comb jellyfish. And then you got the vampire squid, which looks pretty freaking cool if you ask me. You got this guy, the stoplight loose jaw. You got the anglerfish. Most of these guys probably don't spawn in this biome, but some do. Also, this mod also adds some other stuff like this tube worms. Oh yeah, and you can also make a marine blade, which you make from nile shells and some prismarine shards. There's also a bunch of different cooked fish. Pretty much most of the fish you can put in buckets. So there's this guy, the sunfisk. They got some shrimp as well. This mod even comes with a ship, like so. We'll be looking at the mod Chef Illager next with the really bad spawn. Now you got this little area down here with some like crops, and you got a Ravager in the stables. Then you make your way up these stairs right here, and let's get to this part. So we go up here. There's a bunch of like food. There's some crates. There's a chance for some loot. Like this one has a bunch of like foods. There's some cake. There's a blast furnace, other stuff, and then this guy, so he trades like emeralds for like melons or other stuff. They got sugar for emeralds. So if you want some food, trade with this guy, because he definitely has the food. We'll be looking at the mod Ancient Sands next. So let's make our way up here. So we got this part, and it looks somewhat like a desert temple. Mostly it looks like it. So then you come to this part, which falls down, and you come into this area, and so you have to pretty much break into this part. So you got to go in here. Probably best to have a water bucket or something of the sort. So you find these rooms right here, and you got to break these spawners. Plus sometimes there's like invisible entities like this dude that I cannot see whatsoever. Then I make my way over here and break this door. There's this little chest room over here with some other skeletons with another spawner, and then you have these guys right here. So after that, we make our way down here, and there's another floor. So definitely bring some water or just something to break your fall. Come this way. You got this little area right here. Let's come down this way, and you got another one of these. So if you kill these guys, there's a chance they'll actually drop stuff. So you'll have to kill a lot of these guys, because you get a really small chance to get the royal keys, and a less small chance to get the chamber keys. So with these keys, we'll just use them on these, and each one of them gives you some loot. Not too great usually. Before we end it there, we might as well just look at these. So I'm gonna open each one of these and see what else I get. So I get some gold. I got this harp thing, which I don't actually know what it does. I don't even know what it does. What does this do? I don't know. This might do something. I'm not entirely sure what it does. And then we got this sword right here, the dagger. You got some diamonds. You got some gold. Some more minerals. Not anything crazy, but it does add stuff. So you got this ancient sword right here that it's not too great, but it's still just a really nice looking weapon. And then the dagger also is pretty cool as well. So we'll be taking a look at the next one in the Nether. So this mod is called Legionary. With this mod, it spawns a giant battle arena. in this battle arena, you'll have to make your way over here. So in this structure, you'll make your way over here. And over here will be this guy, but he'll be like completely made of stone. So what you have to do if you find him made of stone is you have to actually like hit him with the pickaxe. So when I fight him, he does a lot of knockback and such. So be careful of that. So after I get him down to 20 health, he will actually gain speed and strength as like a last resort and bring him back up to 200. Though he also takes damage when he gets that power boost. So when I kill him, like so. So when I kill him, I have a chance to get this thermal stone. And I have a chance to get some ancient debris, some enchanted golden apples, some gold, some redstone. So getting basically nothing. I was absolutely unlucky as can be. We'll be looking at the mod Nether Merchant next. To start, outside the structure, you got a trap piglin brute with a chest with a piglin head and some other stuff. Eventually, you'll find your way over here at the front door. In here, you have like a couple floors with like smithing table, another head, some urns. And you got this villager right here that you can trade brute armor with. There's this one, there's that one. Then let's make our way upstairs. You get a couple more items like a brewing stand and a head. You got some crying obsidian. And you got this little area for nether wart. Lastly, you'll make your way up to the top with some more urns, some more piglin heads, another brewing stand. Lastly, there's this wither skeleton, and then you can just like go over here and look out towards basically nothing. So the next one we're gonna be looking at is called Upgradable Crystal Tools. So with this mod, you'll find this crystal very, very rarely throughout your world. One in every chunk I saw. So, and this ore only spawns in a group of 5. So let's get this in mind. So realistically, it'd be really good to have fortune when you mine this. So with this, you can mine it to get a bunch of stuff. You can get crystal torches, which honestly, that does not sound worth it whatsoever. Crystal fishing rod, some other crystal stuff. You got crystal trident. You got some crystal tools. You got some other stuff. Crystal armor. You even got a crystal apple. Then you got a backpack. So we're gonna be looking at the backpack. So with this one, I opened skill tree, and this is actually this is upgrading the backpack itself. So if I had 10 levels, I can upgrade the capacity, and it adds 2 rows, like 2 rows total in the backpack. Then you got the same thing, 3 rows, then 4 rows, 5 rows, 6 rows, 7 rows, and then you got a bunch of other stuff like you can sort it, you can auto pick up, and it's really cool. Then you got obviously you got leveling. So like with this one, I mined 5 things, so XP. Then it slowly gets better over time the more XP it gets up. You also got this crystal furnace, which is basically just another furnace. You got a crystal elytra, crystal rocket, which honestly I don't know how to use the crystal rocket. It doesn't work like so, or anything. I can't make it anything, so I don't know how to do that part. But you can use trident, you can throw it, and it looks pretty freaking sweet. We'll be looking at the mod Just Another Armor mod next, and with this mod it adds a ton of different armors. So each type of wood type, and then it adds every type of stone type except calcite. And then it adds obsidian, which you make obsidian with crying obsidian and obsidian. Then you got emerald, lapis, redstone, and copper. So the way you make the wooden ones is use the blocks for it, for each type of these. Then for the stone ones, it's pretty simple. You just use the stone of your choice. That one, the crying obsidian, like I already said, you use obsidian and crying obsidian. And then these 3 right here, you use their block form. So this one you make with emerald blocks, lapis blocks, and redstone blocks. And then lastly, you got this copper armor, which is just made with regular old copper ingots. The reason I like this is just because it adds a variety of different armors you can have throughout your world that you can just pretty much make mostly anything you want. So we'll be looking at the mod More Fire. So we're gonna be looking at the mod More Fireballs. With this mod, it adds multiple different types of fireballs. So this first, the small one is made with some fire charges and gunpowder. This one's made the same way, except you have a small fireball in the middle. Big one's made with a medium and 2 smalls. This one's made with the coarse fruit, fire charges, and eye of ender. Then you got this one, which is made with soul sand, fire charges, and torch. Then this is thirsty for this one. And lastly, you got the unpredictable fireball. So we got this one for that, and we're gonna test out each one. So this one's the most unique. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it right now because there's no animals. So let's go over here. So I'll throw it right there. And I think it has a chance to make stuff glow, but I haven't really had much of a... I haven't been able to use it very well. So you get the regular small fireball right here. You get the medium one right here, which is definitely quite a bit bigger. And lastly, we got the large one, which I'm gonna throw right there. I might try to cut that part out because it was loud. So we got this one, which basically decimated this this whole area. Ender one, which teleports you to really high, and then gives you slow falling when you fall down. So this void fireball breaks bedrock. And then lastly, we got this unpredictable one. So let's use it right there. And then it just slowly like hops around, so like that, and it hops that way. So I would not want to be close to this one if you throw this one. It's a pretty cool one though, and it goes off quite a few times. The next mod we're gonna be looking at is called Villager Library. So we're gonna make our way into this giant place. It spawns only in plains biomes. Let's make our way in here. So you got a bunch of workstations, you got lecterns, you got a bunch of books, quite a few villagers of different professions, like the shepherd right here. You got some regular like librarians. You got the front desk right here, and you got a little chest up here with some emeralds, some enchantment books, and some regular books. There isn't too much, but if you want like an easy villager slave area, then this would be a great spot to start it. This mod took me quite a while to go through. It's called Rituals of the Wild. With this mod, you get ink jars, and this mod's about runes. So you make this stuff, or you can make like this one right here, the stone rune, which is made from any cobbled version of it. Or you can make this one, the cooked clay, which is made from this one, like that. And you got the netherrack one that's made with the emeralds as well. So with these ones, you put them in here, this thing. And okay, so I get like a full page of these, and I get to pick whichever one I want, or whichever one I need. So I'll do that. And with these, you need them for rituals and stuff like that, and we're gonna get to rituals in a sec. I don't really have any with these things yet, but we'll get to that. So you get the drying rack as well. So let's take one of these off. So you get this one, which you use this to make either a tied dried witch thorn, which it's like a decoration. And I think you could do the same thing. So you use it as well to make rope. This rope is made to make all sorts of these things. So you could just make a bunch of tied up stuff. There might be another use, but I didn't really know if there was one. And you also got these bottles, which you get from like finding the structures. So the structure that we'll actually need to go to get these scrolls right here. So this is one of the many structures you'll find in this mod, and you can get like scrolls. So we got this alchemy scroll, which I got later, and we got this ritual scroll. So I'll just keep that right there, and then we should check it out later. So we got this one with some alchemy bottles, another ritual scroll. So this structure is actually really important. So with the cauldron, which I don't have on me right now, so you have to use this thing right here, and you put the cauldron in the middle, and you put these runes around there. Like the rune you saw that I have right here, I can actually put on the ground. So let's just put one on the ground like that. So I need those, like different letters of around the thingy. And I have to put this in there, and then I think I fill it. I don't actually know that part because I didn't get that far, but I know the basics of that part. So then you got these ritual scrolls. So these ritual scrolls, you have something in your left hand, like I got this raw iron right here, and you actually have to do these things. So with these, you have to aim them all a certain direction, and you can't do it any other direction because it doesn't work that way. So like how this one says from north, west, south, east, you have to be facing north. So no matter what, you have to be facing north. So let's check this out. So I got the raw iron. I got to put it in my offhand, and then I actually need this powder right here, this amethyst powder. So if I click this, it breaks that block, and then it actually gives me an iron ore. So in case I need to use it for like with some fortune and stuff like that, that's a good thing to have, or something like that. So let's do the same thing with this one. So let's put the amethyst powder, and I got some lapis ore. Good way to get a bunch more ores instead of doing other stuff. And they also keep the ruins there, so a bonus there. But this one took oh yeah, I forgot before I forget. So you see these things right here. So you need these. So you fill these things up however way you want, like these ways. These are some of the mini bottles they have. You fill some of these up. You got the ember bottle, which you get the ember bottle and like other stuff that you make from some of the stuff in this mod. Let's say I got this one. So I'll put this in my offhand, and I'll need an empty quill. Then I right click with my hand, and then it fills up the quill and puts right there, and it has like a few uses. So this is one of the ones that I have already saved to show. So like I made this. I use this frost one right here. So I click it once, and see how it's not the same? I actually have to click it again to get the right one. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the ember. So I'll just do the ember, whoops, the ember like that, like that. Oh, that's not even the right spot. That's not even the right spot. Okay, hold up, I'm kind of lost right now. I do that, and then I put the deep slate in the middle, right there. So deep slate, I don't have any block to actually do it with. Simple, but so you see this part? You see these gaps right here? This actually means that it's a block away. So this is the next one we're gonna be looking at, which is actually really complicated and takes a lot of quills. It took me 5 of these quills just to make it. And you need lunar sap. And now we're gonna be looking at this ritual that took me so long to get to. But so with this one, I'll need the powder as well. So I got these ones, which is 4. So 1, 2. Oh, that's it. So with this one, you need 4. So let's just test out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to get this last one, which is quite a bit. Then I got some torches. Got the setup right there, and I got these right here, which it shows right here. So that's pretty much how it's set up all of the way. So now that I'm done with this, I actually go to the torch right here, and I click with the powder, and it fills up this bottle with the moonlight one, which is really good. I think. I don't know. I don't know how good it is, but the next one we got is a pretty simple one. It's called teleport scrolls. So with this mod, you make a teleport scroll like so, pretty simple, and then wherever you want. So I'll set it right here, and it actually saves the location right there. I'm pretty sure it's a one-time use, so I'll just go however far I need to. So let's go like right here, and then I'm gonna go in survival like so, and then let's test it out. It's a one-time use, and it just sends you there. Has a cool effect, and so it's pretty simple, straightforward, easy crafting recipe. I bet you remember the giant swords from older versions of Minecraft, and this is actually called giant swords. So we got a giant wooden sword, giant stone sword, giant iron sword, giant golden sword, and giant diamond sword, and giant netherite sword. They do a lot more damage, but the attack speed can be really slow besides the gold one. The gold one does 1, which is still kind of slow. This is craft recipe for each of them. Pretty simple, makes sense, and I think I don't know why it doesn't show the recipe for this one, but I assume they use a smithing template with this one to get this one with the netherite. Pretty straightforward, and great damage, just slow attack speed, and so forth. The final mod we'll be looking at is called Barklings. This mod adds more villages made for these guys. For every type of wood type, there is a village. So let's take a look at one of these houses. So you got this part right here. You got a lantern. Then you got this furnace. There should be a couple of things in this. Let's go down this one over here. Is there a chest? Yes, there is. So there's this chest. You get some dry berries. You get some Virana. I said that so wrong probably. Screw it up. Got more lanterns. If you want to add more villages to your world, this mod would definitely be something I think you guys would like to play with as well. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit that sub, that'd be much appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.